Hi guys, welcome to Urban Mixer Television. Now we have a great interview for you today. We have the Mayor of Vancouver, Sam Sullivan, on our show. Sam, thank you so much for being on air with us.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Urban Mixer Television. We're going to get right into it. Sam, now you get to always do these, hard-edged interviews, not on Urban Mixer Television. We want to know what's fun in town. Now, you get to go to a lot of events all over the place. You get to go to a lot of different venues all over the place. So you get to test out different foods, different venues, get to see what's going on. What are your favorite places?
Well, remember, what I do is the rubber chicken. So, it's actually not as glamorous as you might think.
Okay.
But when I do get away from the rubber chicken circuit, I like to go to a little more quirky places.
Okay.
And I like Ethiopian.
Okay.
We have some couple of Ethiopian restaurants.
That's right.
And you're supposed to use your hands.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's very,
Get right into it.
yeah, and boy, the way they make coffee. Now, I don't drink hardcore coffee, but I love to smell the beans when they're being cooked.
Okay.
And they will actually bring them around just so you can smell it, and it's wonderful. But
Okay, so that's the food site. So if he likes Ethiopian food, if you guys ever, there you go. Interesting thing is that you grew up in Vancouver. So, talking about foods and culture, tell us what was Vancouver when you were growing up,
Well, there is a place now called Federico's Supper Club,
Yes.
and it's one of the
Commercial
most
Drive, yeah.
wonderful experiences. And Federico and I used to be in a band together.
This is very cool.
But we played in that exact same place,
Yeah.
only it was called Luigi's.
Okay.
Luigi's Mocha.
Yeah.
And it was a wild place as
Yeah.
well. So I love going back to Federico's
That's right.
because I get all this nostalgia. And there's Federico himself
That's right.
playing
Cool.
the same songs we used to play.
That's right.
So
Now, talking about music, and you were in a band. I did a little bit of research. There's some YouTube footage of you kicking around. Now, what was that? What's that? Like, you're playing some music there, and tell us a little about that experience.
well, most people in politics are there because they failed at something else. And you'll find that politicians, many of them, are actually failed musicians.
That's right.
And so I'm a failed musician, and I had a band, and we.
What did you play in the band? What was your whole deal? Yeah.
I grew up learning classical piano,
Okay.
and I ended up playing in Federico's band,
Yeah.
we played all over Commercial Drive, all the pizza parlors and things.
You got paid by food, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. But we used to make pocket money for playing in a band, and now I love going back to Federico's and just getting back into that whole groove.
Now, talking about music and Vancouver, something big that you guys just announced, and you can tell our viewers out there about it, and please let us know what that is. What's going on in Vancouver with the music scene?
Well, the best music in Canada will be in Vancouver in 2009 with the Junos.
Amazing.
It's a really great honor for us to be the host of the Juno Awards, and we'll see all these big stars coming into Vancouver, and it'll also be a great opportunity for young people in Vancouver to get really inspired as well.
Music, food. 2009, we talk about the Junos right now. 2010, just 1 year after that. The build up to that, your work towards that, promoting Vancouver, has been outstanding, and young people appreciate that because there's jobs created. There's a momentum that's feeling in the air. 2010. Every day you must be thinking about like different things that are happening around that. What are your feelings towards 2010? And I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but for the youth, for the younger people to get involved. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Well, this city is booming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, the activity. Every time you turn around, there's another hole being dug somewhere and another crane going up.
That's right.
So there's a lot of work, a lot of activity, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of hope for the future. And we're doing amazing things here. We're creating a new way of city building.
Yeah.
This is something that's not very common around the world, and we're getting people living in high density and
right.
good quality life, and we're stopping the sprawl. We're trying to take a new approach to the environment, and it's much more vibrant. It's much more dynamic.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a great time to be alive and a great city to be alive in right now at this time.
Totally agreed. Now you are an amazing character. You have you get to do a lot of amazing things with your job. What is the next? What is the future for you, Sam? Like, I mean, what is it that you want to do? Like, what kind of legacy do you want to lead? And how can young people like this follow that path as well? What is it that you want to leave us? Yeah.
Well, we've got 2 years, and what I'm focused on is I want the world to see Vancouver at its best.
Yeah.
I want Vancouver to be
That's right.
just this spectacular hope for the world.
That's right.
You know, when we get the problems of homelessness solved and the issues of people with mental illness, how can we
Yeah.
support them more? Drug addiction, let's take a totally new approach,
Yeah.
you know, with some of the programs, the research that I've got going on now.
Yeah.
And then we got this high density city that's high quality.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of these American cities, high density equals poverty.
Yeah.
But in Vancouver, high density is good life.
That's right.
And this is, we've got a lot to teach the world.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to prepare it.
Yeah.
We're going to have this honking new convention center
Yeah,
and the
it's
expanded
huge,
airport, and we've got the Canada line connecting them all. $100 million worth of sport facilities that'll be community centers. We've got investments in social housing and support for mentally ill people, and lots of problems that the rest of the world has that we're fixing and we're solving. We're showing a new way.
Vancouver's so fortunate. We have an amazing arts community, cuisine, restaurants everywhere around us, and then we have this other side that people are being looked after. The housing of Vancouver, as far as apartments going up everywhere, the scenery, they're making it more creative. They're making it look better. We've not missed a beat. We have beautiful people that live in the city. We have a beautiful support by civic and federal governments, and we have a really cool mayor. And Urban Mixer thanks you for being on our show. And we hope that if you ever need anything from us at Urban Mixer and on any of our viewers, leave a comment for us, and we'll definitely get it to Sam. Thank you very much for being on our show.
Thanks so much.